Hey everyone, I'm sorry that Carol and I are not able to attend this weekend, but we are actually going to Virginia to see our daughter this weekend and are not able to be at church. But anyway, I just want to share a little bit about a trip this past week to the Pine Ridge Horse and Bible Camp and on the Indian Reservation, Lakota Indian Reservation. Just I've always heard about the reservations not being the best environments and people being in poverty, but I never imagined what we were going to see when we got out there. It was very, very sad to see the living conditions, the availability of anything. I mean, these people had nothing. There was no hope whatsoever. The guys with the Horse and Bible Camp did a good job. It was a little bit unorganized and really just don't know how it's going to sustain what they did, through the rest of the year. I don't understand that part. There's no churches in the area. We were at a place called Hands of Faith. It was, accommodations were, okay, not bad, but I mean, not really a family environment. But I just don't see nothing there to sustain what is done during the Horse and Bible Camp. We fed the kids. We had like 30 something kids the first day. I think the second day was a few less, not many. I like 35. I think the first day was 39. I think we had right at 40 the third day. But anyway, it was a lot of kids, a lot of things going on. They all really seemed to have a good time. They enjoyed what we were doing. We had a group there from Arkansas, and they spent a lot of time with them, spent a lot of times doing devotions and talking to them. And it was just overall a pretty good experience, for the Horse and Bible Camp, and excellent food. All the kids got to eat well. But we just really, it's just so sad to see that environment and what the living conditions throughout the town. I mean, we went to one of the homeless camps or homeless places with they're staying, and their conditions are bunkhouse, just a big bunkhouse. I mean, they had tents that were used as bunkhouse. I think some kind of military type setup. But they had 4 of them set up, and there were just several beds in there, and they were laid out and had all their personal stuff stacked up against the wall. But they were so gracious for the food. But it's just unreal, the living conditions. The children growing up in that, we got to see some of the housing and all that in the area, and just not very good. No money. These people had no money. People, most of the adults we run into, and they were either had been drinking or were at the camps. If they weren't at the camps, they had been drinking or out on the street. Just really, I mean, no future. These kids, other than Horse and Bible Camp coming or some other groups coming in, they just really have no future, and they're going to grow up in this environment. It's so sad to see this. We learned a few things about how the government out there works. I mean, it seemed like the tribal leaders had money and could do and were okay as far as living conditions and all, but the people in the towns, they had nothing. I mean, no jobs, no factories, really and truly nothing to look forward to getting out of the bed each day for. It was just sad, and just at this time, I just like to ask your prayers for them. I don't know what we're going to do in the future. I don't know how we're going to proceed. But right now, all we can do is pray for these folks. We had some very good people out there that we met. Some